In this video, we're going to talk about how to import employees into the company. From the company's homepage, scroll down into the Quick Links section and select Import Employees and Enrollment. From here, we'll see we have an option to import from a file, so we'll select Import. And then we have an option to either upload a file or simply drag and drop our file. Once our file has been added, we'll be moved to the Options section. Here, we have the ability to see the name of our file. We can rename it if we'd like. And then we have the ability to say what we're importing. In our drop-down menu, since we're adding employees, we're going to say that this is an employee census. We'll see an additional question pop up asking us if any dependents are included in this file. And since I do have dependents listed on my file, I'm going to go ahead and select that checkbox for yes. Once I've selected the checkbox, we'll go ahead and select Save and Continue. Our next page is the map phase. Here we'll be able to map the columns of information that are included in our file. Scrolling through the list, we can see some preview of information that we're importing, as well as the logical mapping that Employee Navigator has applied to our column headers. Although we do see Social Security number is selected to skip. We know that in our file, this field contains data related to the dependent Social Security number. So in our drop-down menu, we're going to tell the system that we want to map this to the dependent SSN field. Using the scroll bar at the bottom, we're going to look through to make sure that we have all other fields mapped as needed. If you see the orange highlight, this is simply a warning to let you know that while this column of information is being included, no information is actually contained within the file for that field. Scrolling over, we see primary email has been skipped because there was no logical mapping. If we want to add this information, we can simply select the field we choose, or we can leave it as skip, and that information will be skipped from our import. Lastly here, we'll select Save and Continue. Next up is our audit page. Here we'll see that Employee Navigator evaluated the data within our file and got a little stuck. In our class structure, we had created classes full-time and part-time, but within our document, we had people assigned to a class called salary. Since the system doesn't have a class called salary, it's going to allow you to apply some mapping. So here we can say that all salary employees are actually what we will consider full-time employees. So we'll select full-time. In the payroll groups, we can see that this group is actually moving because we set up a payroll group for all employees, but previously they had payroll groups called standard and weekly. Instead of having to change data within our file, we can simply tell the system that anyone being provided with a standard payroll group should actually be put into the group All Employees. Any employees with weekly will also be put into the group All Employees. Once we've completed our audit, we'll select Save and Continue. Lastly, we'll go through one more quick review. Again, a warning here just to remind us that while we've included a column called Address To, the file actually contained no data in that field. That's okay because we didn't have any employees with address line 2 completed. So we'll select Continue Import. Here we'll get one last quick summary letting us know we are about to import 127 employees and 98 dependents. Let's go ahead and select Commit. Here we can see a message letting us know that this import has been queued and we will get a notification once it's been processed. While we wait, we can simply return back to the import dashboard. Here we have confirmation that this file is actually being processed, and again, will be updated shortly as soon as the file is completed. If I'm really anxious to see the progress of my file, I'm going to go ahead and select Refresh. And here we go, our file is now complete. Going back into our Benefits tab, we will now be able to see that we have 127 employees who have been added to the system that are also eligible for our medical plan. This concludes the session on importing employees.